Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Today I am doing a presentation on Brahmacharya. So, Indrajit, you are a member of the base. Today's, because we don't meet always. Anyway, you can get maybe some information. Okay. As you know, this is that room is a base, but this is a ashram. So all of you have come here knowing that this is a Brahmacharya ashram. So it means you had some plan to see or maybe to join the ashram. Okay, this also shows that you have some realization, because no one is paying you here. Is it? Are you paying anyone? No. No one is getting paid. No one is getting anything. Really, you are not getting anything. But you're here, you're practicing. Okay, and so why you came? You came because you have a realization. You have some understanding that something I'll get here, I'll not get there. Some benefit. And that is realization, some realization about this material world. Even though you have opportunity, you're young people, you can go and enjoy, but you're thinking, no, that is not the rasa, somehow, through knowledge, through realization or past life. Okay, yeah, that's good. So, but we are still in Devi Dham. This is the Maya kingdom of Maya. So we are surrounded by Maya. And our desire is there that we want to be in ashram, we are here. At the same time, we know that we are in this Maya kingdom. So we have to get trained. We have to get trained to keep walking, to go through it, to deal with it. So that training is there. Now, like in ISKCON, we have training to be Krishna conscious. We have that training to be a devotee. Then you have that Brahmachari training. Of course, in one way, that Brahmachari training is for Brahmacharis. But actually, it's for everyone, because before the whole society went through the Brahmachari ashram, practically whole Varnashram society were sense-controlled people who spent time in the ashram. You could say the fourth category wouldn't join. They wouldn't be in ashram, a Shudra population. So this, having gotten this material world and this material body, it means we had done material activities in the past and the reactions have come. This is a fruit. I have this body, it means I did sense gratification in the past. And because I did it, some scars are there, and therefore I have tendency to do it again. We all have purva samskar, kur samskar, means bad memories of actions we did in the past. It's a difficult concept, how to explain. It's like a memory of an emotion and a thought. Like when you do something, the emotion and the pleasure or pain that is associated with it, that is the what is the memory in our mind? We want to do those things again to get that same bliss memory. Okay, so that is samskara. So we have samskara. And that samskara is in us. And they're acting. And this body, it's not under us. It's a machine given by Devi Prakriti. Ishva Sarva Bhutanam Hrideshe Arjuna Tishtati. Brahmyam Sarva Bhutani, new people. Brahmyam Sarva Bhutani, what is that? After that? Yantra Rudhani Mayaya. Yeah, step one, to be in ashram, you have to understand the science of how this world is working, what is our position, and what to expect and how to protect ourselves. So, Brahmyam Sarvabhutani. Brahmya means walking. We are walking around Sarvabhuta, all living entities, on machines. Yantra, Arudhani Maya, given by material energy. So Maya gave the material energy, but it's not like, I gave the phone, okay, I have the phone. No, the control is still there. Sometimes you have that app, control app, kids app. Parents are controlling. So, yeah, body is given, but the control Maya is keeping. You must eat, you must sleep, you must fear, and also sex desire. This is given, this is part of the package. Package is given, and inside all these things are there. So that is our position. Yeah, we have the body, we are in this material world, but we are given, we are not independent. We are not independent. So that body is there, we have to deal with it. Okay, so Krishna says in Gita, Anityam asukham lokam imam prapya bhajasvamam. He said, Arjun, now you have come to anityam, anitya asukham lokam. The creator of the world has said what it is. Anitya means temporary. Everything's temporary. I got a present, I'm a prime minister, temporary. And then I'm not. Anything this material world is temporary. Finally, if you say, no, the whole life I'll keep that position. Fine, next life, then what? So, anityam asukham, Krishna told Arjun, you have come to the world where everything is temporary. Don't rely that I have a youth, I have strength, I can enjoy, I can go and earn money. It's temporary. Okay, I have this relation, family, this country, this caste, this religion. Temporary, just for some time. What is that time in the eternal life of a soul? It's a long time. Eternity is a long time. It's for some time we're in a family, we're in this body. How long is that? How long? Who knows? Every time we used to go to Mayapur before, I used to go before every year, we were doing book distribution full time. Then we'll go, 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, that time. And every time they'll announce, Gaur Purnima, these people were coming, please offer your prayers. They met with an accident, all of them died on the way to Mayapur. So many people are coming. That time roads are very bad, even now, not so good in Bengal. Roads are very good here in the south, like in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, excellent. But still I don't know who's been to Bengal. Still they have yet to fix that. So many people died. They were coming to, young people, careful, when will die? We don't know. So, anityam asukham lokam, Krishna says, having come to this world, Arjun, bhajasvamam, just worship me. Forget all these things, just worship. So, now some people may think, okay, Brahmacharya, we're in the ashram. Okay, now what do we hear? Okay, too much regulations, too many rules, this one, eat like that, don't eat like that. Chant together, chant with everyone. Wake up, go to sleep this time, eat this time. How can you live like that? Actually, I heard this point that astrologically, in astrology, the planetary signs to show that someone might go to jail is the same sign that he'll go to the ashram. Same sign. We can't understand from that sign whether it will be jail or ashram. He'll come under some rules, regulation and authority. Practically no big difference. Except that the jail is a punishment. That's given by Maya. But the ashram, voluntarily we put ourselves because we understand intellectually, this is what I need. But we understand, but we cannot control our mind. So we say, okay, I can't control my mind, please you control it for me. Okay, so you voluntary, I give up my independence. Then you come under the high independent. By the way, I'm also not independent, by the way. Everyone, we are all under authorities. We voluntarily give up our independence because we know we can't do it. We are under the mind. And we are under this body is not under me. That's illusion to think. So those people will say, so many regulations, okay, so what will you do? I want to live alone in my house. Okay, live alone. Now are you free? You're not. You're under your genitals, you must have sex. You're under your tongue, you must eat. You must sleep. You must protect yourself. There'll be danger. Put the law, fear, all that fear. Oh, I lose my money, I lose my health, I lose my family, I lose this fear. Okay, you must cater to your sex desire, you must cater to your food, sleep, everything. We are not independent. You cannot sit here peacefully, no. Demands will come and you cannot refuse. You can't refuse the senses. Balavan indriya gramam vidvam api karshati. Balavan indriya, they are strong. They are under Krishna. So Maya is remote controlling. Gave the body, okay, rascal, go, eat now. Now have sex. I don't want. You must. The desire. So we are not independent. Who is independent? We are not independent. So people say, Brahmacharya ashram full of restriction. Okay, you're full of restrictions. Everyone is a slave of their mind and senses. You just have to decide, I'll be slave here or there. You can't say I'll be independent. You cannot say that. Okay, restrictions. Others say, okay, but we have to live away from family. Actually, some say, oh, why you left your family, all these things. Actually, the family arrangement is a temporary arrangement. You say, okay, you left your family. Yeah, I left. And you leave also. Everyone will leave. I left now, you leave after 10 years, 20, 30, 40 years. Everyone will leave. Everyone will die, isn't it? The next family. The next. It's a temporary arrangement. Okay, so again, Brahmachari, why you left your family? Why you say everyone will leave the family? Some say it's unnatural. Unnatural, why? Oh, you're living like this, not according to your mind, Do what you want. Why you have to follow this authority? Okay, so do what you want, your mind. But actually it's not your mind. It's not. Is it your mind? If it's your mind, can you control what's coming in your mind? No. Your mind comes with a thought. This thought, let's do it. Okay, I'll do it. Today, let's go here. Let's eat there. Let's, watch this movie. The thought will come in the mind and you'll do it. Mind is not under our control. In the conditioned state, mind is under Maya. That's why we neglect it. First symptom of a Brahmana?
Sense control.
What's the shloka? Shama, Dhamma, Tapa, Shaucham. Shama means control of the mind. Second, Dhamma, control of the senses. So control of the mind, first symptom of a Brahmana, because you cannot do anything if your mind is not controlled. But this is a big thing. As Arjun said, Chanchala Himana Krishna, and he said, I don't know the Sanskrit. He said, it's easier to control the wind than the mind. Can you control the wind? Wind is blowing, stop it. How will you do it? Put a big flex banner, stop the wind. You can't. How will you stop the wind? But he said, that is easier than controlling the mind. Control your mind. But if your mind is not controlled, you cannot be happy. You can't. Even these jnanis, impersonalists, they get some level of happiness. They get some level of brightness. And why? Because they come out of guna. They don't get bhakti. But you can say they control their mind in the sense that the guna goes. There is no rajagun, tamogun infecting. Because of that, they get some happiness. So even if you control the mind, some level of happiness comes. In an ashram, there is a level of happiness because the mind is subdued. Rajagun, tamogun becomes subdued. Then you're very peaceful in a simple environment, You see, others may look at that house like they're living in the house, we're living in the house. We are so many. We are living here. And we are living like nothing, it's no problem. We are chanting, going about our life, But for them, no, we need a TV. How will we live like this? TV, next. I don't know, I'm out of touch what they get. They'll get a fridge. We got a fridge actually. Actually, we got a TV also. Sofa, dining table, washing machine. Furniture, AC. And then from time to time, just get out of this house and go somewhere. Actually, we also do that. But it's spiritual. And call the relatives, show off like my washing machine. This is my washing machine. This is my son. He's done degree. This is I got this second-hand car, you see. So that desire, they're living like that, But we're also living in the house, but it's completely empty except for the TV and fridge. Completely plain. But we are satisfied. Why? Because that guna is not pushing that you have to do this, you have to do that. We are satisfied in a simple, small place. So these are arguments against Brahmacharya. Unnatural. Actually, it's very natural. Because I am a soul, I'm eternal servant of Krishna, and I'm engaging in that. What is unnatural is if I'm a soul, then I'm related to all of you, and we are related to everyone. Isn't it? Unnatural is I'm relating, this is my family. what about that person next door? He's not my family. He's a soul. I'm a soul. We're all servant of Krishna. Everyone is family. That is the vision. Pandita Samadarshana. That is in Bhagavad Gita. That self-realized soul, he sees all the souls as equal. Doesn't make a distinction. But of course, according to their conditioning, we'll treat them differently. Soul conditioned as a lion, we'll treat differently than conditioned as a human. So arguments against Brahmacharya like that. Okay, now, Prabhupada reintroduced the Brahmacharya ashram. It more or less, I tell you, in the 1947, India, that time you can say technically got some level of material independence. It went on, but by 1970s, when Srila Prabhupada's time, what we hear from Prabhupada's disciples is that it was more or less, Vedic culture had gone in the 70s. No one was going to temples. People were totally westernized, and they are saying that Prabhupada changed it. Prabhupada changed with the force of his Vani words in the books and his disciples. He changed because, again, young people got interested in religion. Temple worship surged. People got interest. Even now, whatever's going on, I'll tell you, in Ayodhya, everywhere, the root cause is ISKCON's book distribution. Even now, if the government and political landscape is such that people are voting in more people closer to Sanatana Dharma, the mood, this has started by Prabhupada. In 70s, it was all over. Then Prabhupada came and started book distribution, opening temples. So, Prabhupada reintroduced it in a large scale. What is Brahmacharya? It's in simple way, you can say, student life. Prabhupada used to say, our students, he's speaking to the reporter, our students are waking up daily, our students are reading, our students are from all over the world. If you tell an American reporter, Brahmachari, huh? What is that? So he'll say student. He used that English word. So student life. So what does student mean? It means we have to study Shastra. Now I'm born, I have the body, I have a mind, I have hands. What do? Go and enjoy. How long you'll have the body? How long you'll have the senses? Take proper advantage. Study Shastra. Understand your position. Understand who am I, why I'm born, what is this material world. It's there in Prabhupada's books. Simply, one professor commented, it is as if Vyasa, this is in Jai Srila Prabhupada's book, if you've read it. He said, as if Vyasadeva came again and compiled the Vedas again in a way that was understandable for the population of Kali. Exact the Veda that we need, what we need, how it's presented. Not too much, not too, everything is present properly in Prabhupada's books. So, student life means student, study, read the books, understand. We have to understand the purport of the Vedas, the message. We have to understand the meaning. What is it? And Vedas are vast. How will you understand everything? Read Rig Veda, Sama Veda. Read Prabhupada's books. After that, you can read all these. You can. But read Prabhupada's books. For the Brahmachari, especially, this should be a big component of his life. Gradually understanding Shastra, to hearing lectures, asking questions, forming an idea of the philosophy in our mind. Try to understand it. Okay. Make a regular program to read. May not be every day, maybe 2 days, 3. Try every day, if not a few minutes. Learn verses. You have to form the idea in your mind. Okay. But for public, if you say Brahmachari, first thing, no women. Yeah, that's true. No connection to women. No thinking of women. There are 8 aspects, as it's written in Brahmachari book. Now, let's see if we can remember them all. No looking at women. No endeavoring to enjoy with women. No thinking of women. There, I stopped. You read it recently.
Not thinking of sex life.
Not thinking of sex life or planning sex life. Huh? Not engaging in sex life. Talking about sex life. Sex life means women. Dallying means joking, with women, trying to make them laugh. Joking, like that. You got the idea. Generally, no connection with women. This is not easy thing. It's difficult because it's a demand of the body. It's a demand of this body. Male body has to have female association. You may meet some people, oh, they're brahmachari, I'm brahmachari. I'm not speaking to women, and they're living at home. But they'll be watching TV or on their phone, whatever, or they'll be having some friend, a woman they'll talk to. That is subtle sex. Subtly, even you can enjoy a woman by speaking to her, by trying to make her laugh, joke. You get some sense gratification from that. So actually brahmacharya means in ashram. You cannot say brahmachari out of ashram. It doesn't work. Because brahmachari should be brahmachari of intelligence, mind and senses. Some may have brahmacharya of senses, no connection with women, but in the mind it's there. They have to speak with a woman at work or whatever. Even within family, same thing, associating with women. So, yeah, public generally when they speak about brahmacharya, no women, that is a fact. That's a fact. Because if I want to, brahmachari, if you look at the meaning, brahma means spiritual, achar means practicing or living. So living, acting on a spiritual level, for that there should be no lust, there should be no calm. So calm is agitated when we come in presence of women. If we come in presence of women a lot, then it's agitated a lot. So that's a problem. Then Krishna consciousness cannot come. They cannot stay together. This has to go, or that. So people who are associating with women too much, that lust comes. Then you cannot contemplate Krishna, and the philosophy will not be even attracted to this. So the idea of no women, this comes first, brahmacharya. After that, you have to go beyond. I mentioned that just a second. Yeah, anyway, I'll speak about that. Initially, disconnection from women, and what's worse than women? Shastra says. Tamodwaram yoshitam sangi sangam. Associating with males, men, who are attached to women. I heard in a lecture that is worse, because you may associate with a woman, we should not, but she may be chaste and controlled. But a man who is associated with a woman, he's always thinking and contemplating how to attract women. That is worse. That sangha can pollute worse. Okay, but of course, association with women is also step one. Brahmacharya means we should not. But that idea is there, that tamodwaram yoshitam sangi sangam. That shloka says, it says, Mahat Sevam Dwaram Ahor Vimuktes. One who associates with great personalities, that means great devotees, it opens the door to liberation. Mahat Sevam Dwaram Ahor Vimuktes. It opens the door for liberation. Tamo Dwaram Yoshitam Sangi Sangam. But when we associate with people, it doesn't say in that shloka associating with women. It says when we associate with people who are, basically Prabhupada called them woman hunters. How to attract women, nice hair, stylish hair, clothes, walking, like attract the women. Actually, this at Prabhupada explained about beard. Beard is simply to attract women. Now this whole craze is there, in India, growing beards, sometimes very long, and keeping nicely shampoo. They have a special comb also. They'll comb and a shampoo. It should shine nicely. But Prabhupada said, this is for attracting women, that's all. That's all. So, what is the thread? What is the thread? What is the thread? Forgot. Yeah. So, one should avoid association with people who are attracted to women, who are associated with women. Basically, that's a lot of today's population. Prabhupada mentioned, at least if one becomes a brahmachari, he said 75% liberation. has happened. Because the binding force in this world, look at this kartal. What's binding it? What is holding this string to the kartal? There's a knot. So, I am a soul. What is binding the soul to this body? There's a knot like this. Now I want to pull this, I cannot. So I want to leave this body, I cannot. The knot has tied it. It's called Hridaya Granthi. That knot in the heart, how does it come about? It is there from past lives, therefore I am born now. But Pumsastriya Mituni Bhavam Etam Tayo Hridaya Granthi Ahu. That what is binding us to this world is that sex attraction to women. In a past life, because of association, now I am already bound in this body. How to come out of it? How to come out? We have to stop. Finally, we have to stop sex. But it may not be possible for some people to fully stop, so they are allowed to enter Grihastha ashram in a limited way, but they have to come out after 25 years. Panchas urdhvam vanam vrajet. After age 50, get out. Vanam vrajet. Go to the forest. Or as Prabhupada said, forest means Vrindavan now. What is this? So after age 50, one has to leave. So either you leave then or leave now. But at some point, to get liberation, we have to stop eating, sleeping and sex. And fear. Ahara, Bhaya, Nidra, Maithunya has to stop. Finally. At the end, they were saying Prabhupada was not eating. 3 months he didn't eat. Just before he left the body, he was not eating anymore. Of course, Prabhupada is liberated from beginning. He just came to show us how to live, how to. So, we had to stop that. So, but the main thing, the main binding force, because this material world is known as Maithunya Agra. This is given in which chapter? Bhagavad Gita? Which purport? Which chapter? Prabhupada writes, those verses are called lust verses. Chapter 3, the end. Kama esha, krodha esha, rajaguna samudbhava. That verse. After that, a series of verses, very nice, explaining how karma it's infected our mind, senses, intelligence, covered our knowledge, everything. So there Prabhupada writes, this material world is known as Maithunya Agra, sex jail, because in a normal jail, people cannot run away. Why? They're tied with chains. In this world, we cannot run away. I'm suffering in this material world. I want to get out. You cannot get out. Why? I'm tied. How are you tied? By the ropes of sex. You must. It may not come grossly. It comes subtly, subtle sex, desire. And if you study this book of Shivananda Brahmacharya, he explains like family. That's a kind of sex manifestation. And of course, gross sex, subtle sex, speaking to women, attraction. So when we give that up, 75% liberated. In the purport of that verse in Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada writes, Bhagavatam, 5th canto, chapter 5, Prabhupada writes that, yes, attachments are there for everyone. Even a sannyasi may be attached to his danda or to his kamandalu. My plate is my plate. Don't eat from my plate. My plate. We're also attached. But he said, but you cannot compare the attachment of this with the attachment to a woman. It's very strong. It will keep us in this world. And so, one who picks the path of Brahmacharya, you can understand, Prabhupada said, 75% liberated. So Prabhupada encouraged that, okay, but of course some people, they'll join and they may find difficult, so later on they'll get married. But even they can stay some time, that is very powerful. It will change the consciousness and give a benefit which will remain for eternity till they get liberated. That much they went, this much. In the ashram, advancement is fast compared to Grihastha life. Prabhupada says in Chaitanya Charitamrita in one purport, he said that. So within the ashram, you spend 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you spend life, very good. Then that advancement is much, much more. And so Prabhupada encouraged it. At some point, maybe those who could not, then they'll enter the Grihastha ashram, but in a very different state of mind than someone who did not be in ashram. But for those who could remain, he said, you remain. It's not a must to get married. That is not in any shastra. Prabhupada explained that those who could remain in the ashram remain. It's not that marriage is a must. Some say, no, you have to. We have to produce children. You have to do progeny. Yes, it is a rule actually, that to pay the debt to the parents, you have to produce a child. But we have many debts. They should follow all the rules, not only that one. That you have to worship 33 crore demigods. That is also. You have to, actually, okay, at least the 5 obligations a householder has to fulfill. They have certain yagyas they must do. No one is looking at that. Okay, you have obligations to so many things. So yes, the obligations are there, but for the jeev who has not now stops identifying with dharma of this material body, now identifies as a soul, then those dharmas do not apply. Then simply Sanatana Dharma applies, your eternal duty to serve Krishna. That is binding. Others may not be binding. Okay, so in that case, one who remains in ashram, he can remain. And he's not obligated for anything. For a brahmachari, what is the mood? It's given in Brahmachari book. A brahmachari should be inward looking. We should not be affected by external environment. That the people, what is going on in this material world changes. We don't have to. We have fixed. We have our 16 rounds, morning program, our services. That goes on. Many times I mentioned, at one time I was preaching in Africa, many people, so you like this country? So you like this country or India? And of course that's different from the country I was born. Which country do you like? I told them, look, any country I am, I'm doing the same thing. It doesn't matter. It's not question, I like this country, I that, because anyway where we go, we'll attend Mangal Arati, chant 16 rounds, okay, we'll cook food, offer it to Krishna, do book distribution, serve Srila Prabhupada. And for a brahmachari it's not an issue in one sense. But wherever Sri Guru puts us, that is. So he should be inward looking, he should be contemplating instructions of Guru. Guru has given instructions. Now some of you taken Diksha, some have not. So now Prabhupada is your preeminent Shiksha Guru. For all of us it is. So what is Prabhupada's orders? That you should be contemplating. But it's a must to take Diksha at some point. And at Diksha what happens? Srila Prabhupada comes manifest as Diksha Guru now to give your specific instruction. Or he may not, his representative may. But the point is, a brahmachari should be contemplating instructions of the Guru. And like for me, okay, I'm not directly in touch with the Guru, but I'm under someone else. So his instructions, I've been put here for a certain role, so I just always contemplating how I'll do it, what is the best. We should be contemplating that. We should be inward looking, I mentioned just before, means we don't look externally what's happening, well, that is not our concern. I'm walking from here to Jayanagar Ninth Block to buy something. I'm not concerned, and actually the best way to walk is looking down, or looking. Don't look at the billboard. Then I heard a sound, what is that? Oh, the car came. Oh, people are talking, what are they saying? I'm not concerned. We're not concerned. But watch the road, don't let a car hit you. Not like that. You watch your environment. But we are not concerned with surrounding. We are not concerned with these surroundings. We are concerned with our mission, Guru's order. That means inward looking. Okay? And I said second is contemplating instructions of Guru. Always contemplating. When I'll fulfill, maybe I can't do it now, maybe later. Should be immersed in Shastra. In other words, a brahmachari should be seeing through Shastra everything. I'll have my like, my dislike, that is not an issue. What is my instruction? I'll do that. And what is Shastra saying? I'll do that. I may like it or not like, that's not the issue. If you start what you like and like, then you come under the mind. If you come under the mind, and if you give one finger to the mind, then he'll take a hand, then the arm, and then you have to fully follow the mind. So, inward looking, contemplating Shastra, following Guru's order, and very mindful of his service. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Kara Aikya. Okay, what is the meaning of that?
Guru Mukha Padma. Whatever instructions of Guru is given, Chitte, I like put my heart and soul.
Okay, what do you think?
Whatever the Guru's instruction, I should take in my heart and I should act accordingly.
Yeah. Now, if you look at the deep meaning of that verse, okay, you said it's correct. But look, it says, Chitete kara aikya. What is meaning of aikya? Aikya comes from what? Ek. Ek means one. Aikya means?
In Bengali, Agya means?
Not Agya. Aikya. Aikye. That is the word. It's not Agya in that shlok that we are singing. Aikya means, you just look it up. You're looking doubtfully. Kind of becoming one. One. It's not different. Chittete kara. Like I have my consciousness, this is Guru's order. No, it's one. Make it one. Guru's order is my consciousness. I am seeing, acting, living according to the order of the Guru. What he's saying, that is I'm acting. But what do I like? How do I want to live? That is not the question at all. I'm telling you highest standard. You may not have that. I may not have it. This is the standard. That now for a grahastha, he cannot fully take that because, okay, what Guru wants, but my child is saying that, wife is saying that, and Guru will not interfere. Okay, you have to take care of your family. And child will not think, but Guru wants that, so I am not going to demand that I don't want to go to Mayapur. Guru says you should go, but the child doesn't want to go, so he'll not go. Guru will understand this is a family. But brahmacharis must follow 100%. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya. The words coming from the lotus mouth of the Guru have become one with my consciousness. In the sense, Aikya means comes from what? Ek. So it's become one. That my consciousness is not independent now. It's come one with the words of the Guru. I am acting and living according to words of Guru. He says that, I do it. He doesn't say, I'll not do. It's like that. Okay, so the brahmachari mood is like that, contemplating. Duty of the brahmachari is to serve Guru. That's serve Guru. For us, serving Prabhupada through our Guru, through his representatives, we are serving. That is it. That is it. What is the purpose of our eyes, hands, everything is to serve the Guru. We have all this to serve the order of the Guru. Nothing for me. Okay, now we are not at that stage, but we should understand the ideal. And to the extent we come to the ideal, we'll be fixed, we'll be happy, we'll be peaceful, we'll be free from Maya. Because when we want our thoughts, then you have to take the guna also. Guna comes as much as you have your desire. When we take fully Guru's order, then the guna cannot act. It has no jurisdiction. You understand this word, jurisdiction? What's the Hindi word? It's a law word. Huh? Jurisdiction means, like, example, one policeman, Tamil Nadu, he comes, he's chasing someone, the person enters Karnataka. The Tamil Nadu police do not have jurisdiction in Karnataka. They cannot act. They have strong power, everything, they cannot act. No, that's different. Totally.
Right, like in loosely.
Yeah, rights. He has no right, he cannot act, he has no authority there. So, Maya does not have authority for someone who's following order of Guru. They cannot act. Of course, Guru should be Brahmanic Guru. Our ISKCON Gurus are not that Guru, Sadguru. So, one should be properly surrendered to the Guru. Then the Rajagun, Tamagun cannot act. They don't have a right. They don't have a right to act. So we say Diksha. Now what does Diksha mean? We think Diksha means, I got the beads, I got the name. No. Diksha means following the Guru. It takes whole life. You follow. I got name, I got the beads. Yeah, but you did not follow the Guru. You will not get Diksha. Nothing happened. You did not get free from Maya. Maya did. You did nothing changed. But someone followed. He followed everything. Then he changes. His swabhav changes. His desire, his Maya covering, everything goes, uncovers. So in the Brahmacharya ashram, the facility for doing that is very powerful because we are not bounded. We can get up and do everything. But it's not like that outside. It's not like that. So, who joins the Brahmacharya ashram? Now, Prabhupada set up the Varnashram. Actually, in Varnashram system, the three Varnas join, not the fourth. Practically, actually, in Kali, we are all Shudra, Kalau Shudra Sambhava, because that's our level. But Prabhupada set up this Krishna consciousness movement. He said, we have to create the intelligent class, create the Brahminical class. That's the purpose of ISKCON, immediate teachings. And then after that, now you have to set up Varnashram. Once the Brahmins are set up, that class has to develop the rest. But the point is that person who are in the above 3 orders, they go to the Brahmacharya ashram. Vaishyas will not stay long, they'll stay a short time. Kshatriyas will stay longer. Brahmanas will stay a long, very long time in the Gurukul, in the ashram, Brahmacharya ashram, before getting married. And one reason is the mental outlook and psychological state can be difficult, maybe for a Kshatriya to be there. His mood is a Kshatriya or a Vaishya. But they are very important in society, everyone is important. But now we are speaking about Brahmacharya ashram, staying there. Staying on, Mukunda Datta Prabhu spoke in a lecture in Srirangam. He explained that only a Brahmana can remain in the Brahmacharya ashram. Okay, now, beyond, like a lot of us come this movement, we are not on that level for Brahmana. Okay, we have to develop that quality. Brahminical quality has to be developed. Because in that quality, one acts and lives on Sattva Gun, conducts himself on Sattva Gun, and only in that mode can one live such a life. It's because we are living and we have so many samskars. These samskars may act anytime. They may, some thought or desires come and create havoc in the life. But if one is in Sattva Gun, then largely we are controlled, we are not listening to the mind, we are not under these things. The guna is not pushing to do this or that. Sattva Gun means our intelligence is guided by Shastra, Guru and Sadhu, not what I want and all this. So in that way, one has to become a Brahman. Brahmacharis have to act. Brahmachari should be acting on a Brahminical platform. Whatever it is we were doing before, but when we come here, we do that. And so we train about Suchi Muchi principles. Yeah. So these principles, they're there to create a sattvic environment for us. This, place. Practically speaking, in a Vedic society, there's a lot of. Actually, Prabhupada explained that previously Brahmanas exploited society. So people got angry. Especially, he explained in a lecture in Tamil Nadu, this happened a lot. And so there was a backlash, and then Varnashram was eliminated. So many problems. But let's go back before that period. That actually a Brahmana, like he will not enter a house. Why is it they say that Brahmanas, they'll be aloof, they'll not, like they'll have separate they'll not enter a house where people are not Brahmanas, they'll not touch anything. And one reason is because people don't follow Suchi Muchi. And so, like, I'll enter a house now, if someone takes some glass of water, now I don't know this water where, what hand he's giving, he passed stool, didn't take bath, then he's giving me, did he wash his hand even? So because of that, we are so strict, you're almost like fanatical. Because if some contamination comes in the mind, then Rajagun enters, then it disturbs our sadhana, chanting, reading, then it becomes a problem. But we have to be fixed. So, therefore, these Suchi-Muchi rules are very important. You have to understand philosophically why we follow them. What we are taking into our mind, what is in our mind, what is there, is what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, what I'm eating, all this becomes part of the mind. There's a shlok in Chandogya Upanishad, actually I noted it, which Madhvacharya quoted. I got it from a quote of Madhvacharya that when you eat food, three things happen. The most heavy, gross part comes out as stool, more subtle part becomes part of our body, and the most subtle part becomes part of our mind. So the person prepared the food, his mind also enters, and we take that. Or the water we drink, everything. And so our mind has to be conducive for Krishna consciousness. For mind to be conducive, it should be in Sattva Gun, and it should be free from contemplating material thoughts. For that, what you eat is important, what you see and hear is important. Even prasadam, but prasadam someone touches and does jhuta, prasadam is pure, but there's a covering and you're taking that covering. And so these rules are important to keep the mind sattvic. And then we can easily think about Krishna in sattvic mind. Think about Krishna, remember his past, and have desire to worship Krishna and all these things. Even association for that reason. Actually, association of brahmacharis is very beneficial, very powerful. Just coming in a sangha, it changes someone, elevates. Association is important. So we will not associate with non-devotees in many ways, directly, physically, even contacts, friends, all these things, because their topics and things are different than ours. So, Suchi, Muchi, in Bhagavad Gita, there's a verse explaining qualities of a Brahmana. Gradually one has to develop those qualities. Shamadama tapashocham kshantir arjavam evacha jnanam vijnanam astikyam Brahmakarma svabhavajam. Many times you heard this, some of you are new, so we'll just quickly say them. Okay? Shama means controlled mind. Dhamma, controlling the senses. Tapa, austerity, that we should voluntarily be ready to do austerity, to fast, to sleep on the floor, to do something I don't want. I don't feel like chanting, but I'll chant because this is the thing that I have to do now. I don't feel like reading, there's no taste, but I'll read. I want to eat this and that, but this is, but we'll take it. So many things. Tapa. Shaucham, cleanliness. Cleanliness is, Prabhupada said, well, even he's quoting a very common word, saying in English, cleanliness is close to godliness. That's common. I remember before ISKCON, even in the UK, they quote that a lot. Because spiritual energy cannot manifest, someone is not clean. Clean cloth, clean ticking bath, clean environment. Shantir arjavam evacha, shantir, tolerance, Brahman is tolerant. If you want to preach, you have to be tolerant. So we have to face so much opposition. Some people will say things to us. Even to be in ashram, you have to be tolerant. To follow Vedic culture in Kali Yuga, you have to be tolerant. People will go, what are you doing? Why are you wearing this? They'll argue with you. But we understand a deeper knowledge, we have deeper realization, and we are speaking. Who's this person speaking? He's not speaking. The guna in him is speaking. He's actually eternal servant of Krishna. He doesn't know. Like a person possessed by a ghost, what he does, you can't go put him in jail. He did this. You understand this person is possessed. He's not acting in his own mind. So there's a very nice saying, I keep saying I didn't learn yet. Prabhupada quotes in Bengali that a person who is infected by Maya, he's like possessed by a pishach, ghost. So now a person, we are tolerant, we go out to preach, or even maybe even within our Sangha, someone is annoying us. But, to get angry is so easy. It's easy to get angry, isn't it? Even a dog can get angry. It's not hard. But to not get angry, that is the challenge. So Brahmanas won't get angry easily. Because, why? Because of knowledge, they understand. Even this person saying that, actually he's not saying that of his own. He's angry, he's doing something to annoy me, or he doesn't like me, but that is it's not really him. He's got some swabhava from past life. So deep understanding, then we'll not start arguing. And if you argue with him, with a fool, then you're a fool. So many stories from the Vedas about that. Recently we heard one. Oh, I heard it in Mayapur in a class recently. Morning Bhagavatam. Anyway, what was it that one rishi came and one person to Brahma and argued, and they asked Brahma, who's right, me or him? Then Brahma looked at the rishi, you're a fool, you are a fool. Then he got angry, that other person got happy, he left. Then the rishi said, this person is wrong, I'm following Shastra, why did you say I'm wrong? He said, because he's a fool, but you're a fool for arguing with a fool. Something like that. Okay, but preaching is something different. We have to preach, whoever he is. But I'm just explaining tolerance for Brahmana, because it's mentioned in the purports within that chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita, the end, those last verses. There Prabhupada explains that we say that, that same verse, Kama Esha, Krodha Esha, Rajaguna Samudbhava. So Prabhupada mentions, Kama is a feature of Rajagun. When Rajagun is there, desire to enjoy the body, this world is there. And when that Rajagun becomes Tamogun, then anger also comes. So Prabhupada said we have to stop Rajagun turning into Tamogun. Then Prabhupada explains about anger. When someone becomes angry, whole body becomes polluted with Tamogun. You try to read Bhagavatam after that, or try to chant. It's not so easy. Okay, not that we don't get angry. We get angry for Krishna. We do. But we have to see. Okay, so tolerance. Shama, Dhamma, Tapa, Shocham, Shanti, Arjavam. Arjavam means truth, truthful. Okay, what we say, we do, not duplicitous directly. Arjavam evacha, Jnanam Vijnanam Astikyam. Gyan means knowledge. Knowledge means not IT. Shastric knowledge. We should know Bhagavad Gita. We should know the verses. We should know the proper behavior. We should know how to deal with the senior, with the junior, with the equal, with the sannyasi. Knowledge should be there in a Brahmana. Knowledge, jnana, vigyan, realization. Means I have the knowledge and I know how to use it. I understand the meaning. Jnana vigyanam, astikyam. What is astikya?
Peace.
What? Okay, let's put it this. What is nastik?
Atheist.
Then astik means theist. Religious, godly. Okay, some people pose as Brahmanas, but they oppose Veda. Or they say God has no form. No, that's actually really irreligious. So, shall we do this in two parts? What time did I start? Okay. I think I'll stop here. Tomorrow continue. Okay. Okay. So we'll continue tomorrow. Hare Krishna.